Hello and welcome to another episode of Kaiju Wars. This episode of Kaiju Wars was suggested by Foxy Boy 1998, so shout out to him. He wanted the original Mechagodzilla to go against Mechani-Kong. Now, if you don't know, Mechani-Kong is from the movie King Kong Escapes, which is made by Toho. Apparently, Toho still had some years to use for the rights to have King Kong, so they decided to make a mechanized version of Mechani-Kong, and here it is. This guy. But Mechagodzilla. Mechagodzilla has been a lot of episodes on this series. And so far his win to lose ratio is pretty good. And what happens when he faces off against Mechani-Kong? Well, let's get into it. Mechagodzilla is actually an alien and the aliens he works for are cockroach space monkeys. Don't ask, okay? Mechagodzilla is 164 feet tall and weighs around 44,000 tons. Mechani-Kong, on the other hand, weighs around 15,000 tons, and we're going to buff up his height, okay? Because Mechani-Kong, his actual size is just 65 meters. No, 65 feet tall, I meant. Yeah, we're not going to have Mechani-Kong at 65 feet tall, going against 164 feet tall Mechagodzilla. So you know what? We're buffing up his size. Up to... So yeah. Mechani-Kong is now 150 feet tall. 150 feet tall. There, okay. But what does Anyways, weapons. What does Mechagodzilla have? Well, he can fly. He shoots a laser beam out of his chest and eyes. He can spin his head 360 so fast that it creates a blue force field that is impenetrable. He can shoot missiles out of his fingers, his knees, and his toes, which for some reason is a thing. Apparently, this head right here is a first head, and once it reveals his actual head is just a light bulb that shoots red lasers, basically. So yeah. Yeah. Okay, apparently there's that, I guess. Mechagodzilla can also shoot flames out of his nose, which is a thing. Okay, Mechani-Kong, what do you have? Well, he has smoke grenades we can just throw from his utility belt right here. He has a giant flashlight that can shoot out of his head, which can blind his opponents. He can punch and kick his opponents too. He can grapple them and tackle them, you know. He's also a pretty good climber for a robot. So yeah, that's pretty much it for him. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Wait, is that actually it? Wait. It's Jeopardy, okay? It's Jeopardy. Oh yeah, he also has loudspeakers in his mouth apparently to make loud noises, and he has a hypnotic light that can shoot from his head as well. Okay. Now, how would they take care of each other? Well, Mechani-Kong isn't that good of a fighter compared to Mechagodzilla. So Mechagodzilla will pretty much, all he needs to do is just gun his ass down and then just do some basic melee attacks until he's boom, done. But how about Mechani-Kong? Well, Mechani-Kong can just punch the hell out of Mechagodzilla, maybe stick a smoke grenade into the mouth of Mechagodzilla. His arms are too short, he can't reach his mouth. And then, I don't know. Mechani-Kong has a chance of winning, I guess. But hey, let's see who would actually win, shall we? This fight takes place in Shanghai, China. So yeah, let's duel. Okay. Mechagodzilla's just strolling through the water, you know. He's crashing through boats and everything, knocking people over, drowning them accidentally. And then Mechani-Kong's deployed, and then both are ready for battle. So yeah. That's it, I guess. Oh my god. Oh my god. Both look at each other confused. They don't know what to do. So yeah. Mechani-Kong then lets out a mighty roar. And then Mechagodzilla releases his roar. Both then clash and bang into each other. Huge sparks fly everywhere and they burn some of the people on the ground. Yeah, that's how hard they collided. Mechani-Kong's arms are too short. He's built like a fucking orangutan. Meanwhile, we have freaking Mechagodzilla over here, who has shorter arms, but at least he knows where his range is, you know. Mechani-Kong then shoves a smoke grenade up his mouth, but somehow Mechagodzilla spits it out and hits it towards Mechani-Kong. Mechani-Kong gets gassed, but that doesn't really affect him. And then Mechani-Kong punches the hell out of Mechagodzilla. Mechagodzilla unleashes a laser beam from his chest, and Kong gets knocked off his feet and there. Mechagodzilla looks around, scans the water before getting knocked over on his feet and getting dragged under the water. That's when Mechani-Kong and Mechagodzilla rise up from the surface water. We can see that they both surface with Mechani-Kong onto Mechagodzilla's back, you know, strangling him around the neck. Mechagodzilla is struggling to get him off because his arms are too short. But Mechagodzilla plans to spin his head around. So he does that, and Mechagodzilla's head keeps hitting Mechani-Kong's head. So Mechani-Kong is forced to let go, and then that's when the blue force field thing starts to appear. Mechani-Kong tries to punch through it. It burns his hand. Mechani-Kong can't find any other way. So then he does his smoke grenade attack. Nope, it doesn't work, and it reflects it right back at him. Once Mechagodzilla is done doing that, he shoots his finger missiles and blows up Mechani-Kong. Mechani-Kong is injured, but he's still fighting. Mecha-Kong just keeps, like, you know, punching the head of, you know, Mechagodzilla. Mechagodzilla is also freaking, you know, he's getting his ass handed to him. So I don't know what else to expect, you know. Mechani-Kong is just like beating the shit out of, you know, freaking. Yeah, beating the shit out of Mechagodzilla. That's when Mechagodzilla pushes Mechani-Kong onto the ground and releases an all-out attack. He unleashes all of his weapons and everything onto Mechani-Kong. And Mechani-Kong is severely injured during that whole ordeal. Mechani-Kong now lost both of his arms and now he can't get up properly. Mechani-Kong then gets pinned down by Mechagodzilla, and Mechagodzilla shoots his final finger missiles. And it ends Mechani-Kong. Mechagodzilla shouts out a roar of victory before flying up into the air. Verdict. In a fight between Mechagodzilla and Mechani-Kong, Mechagodzilla wins. Mechagodzilla just has more fighting capability, and plus, Mechani-Kong isn't that used for fighting. And in fact, the whole purpose of Mechani-Kong was to gather some like space crystals or something. It was not really used. He barely has any physical tactics and everything. But hey, it was a pretty good fight to, you know, narrate. Anyways, bye-bye. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Subscribe if you want to.